Hey, let me ask you a question. Okay, here's what I want to challenge you today. I want you to ask somebody at school today. Maybe it's somebody in this room right here, right? Maybe it's somebody in this room right here that you can ask them. But maybe it's somebody that maybe they're not connected to anything spiritual, like they don't go to FCA or they don't go to church or whatever, and you know that they don't. And I want you to ask a question today to somebody, and this is your task. This is what I want to challenge you to. And hey, it ain't gonna be easy. It's gonna be kind of uncomfortable. But I want you to ask somebody today, and I almost can bank on what their response is going to be. I'm almost willing to bet cashola, I'm willing to bet some cheddar that I know what their response is going to be. I want you to find somebody today, maybe today, if you can't do it today, maybe Monday. I want you to ask somebody, okay, bro, or sister, what's up? I don't know what girls call each other. Chicas? I don't know.
Hey, girl, how are you?
Yeah. Oh, gee. Hey, Michelle. No way. Brittany. Oh, my gosh. Yeah. I don't know how, I know fellas are like, what's up, bro? What's up? You do the, Yeah. This ain't a real hug. Yeah, and they got their little funkiness. But here's what I want you to do. I want you to ask somebody. I want you to ask somebody that you go to school with. I want you to ask them, if you die, how do you think you're going to get to heaven? All right, if you die, you can ask, how do you think you're going to get to heaven? Or if you die, and I know that's random. You're in there talking about hoops. You're talking about Kobe Bryant, maybe you're talking about fantasy football. Boo, Kobe. I don't know. Maybe, whatever it is you're talking about. You're talking about Halo, or girls, maybe you're talking about sewing or whatever. No, I'm just teasing. I don't know what girls are talking about. But anyhow, I know it's odd. But listen. Seriously. I want you to ask in the middle of your conversation, just ask somebody, do you think you're going to go to heaven when you die? And I bet you money, 99% of the people that you go to school with, I bet you 99% of the people you go to school with are going to say, yeah, I'm going to go to heaven. But then you need to follow that question up with, why or how? Why or how? And I bet you money this is what's going to come out of their mouth. Let me see if you can answer it. Raise your hand if you think you know what they'll say. Right here in the red shirt.
I was gonna say
I don't know. You think they'd say I don't know? Oh, cool. Hey, that's different. That's cool. But most of the time, what you get is if you ask somebody if you think they're going to heaven, they'll say, "Oh yeah, man, I'm going to heaven." And you say, "Why do you think you're going to heaven?" They'll say, "Because I'm a good person." They'll say, "Because I'm a good person." And here's the deal. I hope you track with me. This is a mentality not that just we here in America have, but I've been to South Africa on mission trips. I've been to Belarus on a mission trip. I've been to Argentina on mission trips. And it's a mentality that all humans have, that they're on this work basis. They're on this, I can earn my way to heaven. I can kind of fix my own problem and get right with God. And let's be honest, we as Christians sometimes have that mentality that, oh, I can do enough things to fix my problem. I'm going to go to FCA today. I know I did some bad things yesterday. I mean, I cheated on that test when Miss Watson wasn't looking, and me and Michelle cheated on that test. Oh, I know I did something bad today because, my mama asked me to clean my room, and when I went in my room, I slammed the door, and I said, I ain't cleaning my blankety blank room. She can step off. Oh, I need to go to FCA today because, I was doing this, and I was lying to my teachers and all this. And, I'll help this old lady carry her groceries across the street, and maybe that'll make me right with God, because I did some bad things. Okay, I'll go to church this Sunday, and maybe that'll help me. And we have that mentality of, I can fix my own problem. That we know we've messed up. We know we've done some bad things. But we have this mentality of, I can fix my own problem. And let me show you that it didn't start with you. It started way, way back in Genesis. I don't know if you're familiar with the Bible, but it's the first 3 chapters of the Bible. We already see Adam and Eve with this mentality. Chapter 1, man, God just is miraculous. He's incredible. He's powerful. And he just speaks the world into existence.
Amen.
He doesn't say, I need to go make something to make something happen. He says, by the power of my word, let there be light. Man, and there's light. God is the creator. And let me just tell you right now, just as a side note, God didn't use evolution. God chose to create every single person. You are a product. Listen, because you're going to hear this the rest of your life. You may not hear it right now, but if you go into high school and you go into college, you're going to hear evolution, evolution, evolution. But I'm here to tell you, you are cherished, you are prized. God created each individual in here.
Amen.
So we read that in Genesis chapter 1, God created the heavens and the earth. Genesis chapter 2, He created Adam and Eve. And I want to read something to you right quick, and it's pretty cool. This is a cool story. So you got Adam and Eve, they've been created, and they are the only ones alive in the garden except the animals. And it's cool because God said when He created the heavens and the earth, He created heaven and everything was good. Everything was perfect. The lion and the lamb were lying down with each other. I don't know if you watch Animal Planet. I love watching Animal Planet. I love it when a cheetah hits the deck and gets low, and that tail starts swaggering back and forth, and he starts stalking. He's got his swagger on, you know what I mean? He's kind of strutting, and he's got his eyes fixed on a lamb or a gazelle, and then in about 20 or 30 seconds, he's over there going,
It's over.
man, that was on point. And they call their little, come on, baby cheetahs, come on and feast. The lion and the lamb used to lay down together. They didn't fight. They didn't do anything. And when God created the earth, created heavens, when Adam and Eve were there by themselves, everything was good and perfect in the garden.
Amen.
Everything. And one day it's going to be like that. So here's the deal. Here's what happened. He created the heavens and the earth. He created man. He created Adam and Eve. And then chapter 3, we see this mentality of, I can fix it myself. All right, so here's what happened. It says, now the serpent was more crafty than any of the wild animals the Lord God had made. So Adam and Eve are in the garden. I don't know what it looks like. And so they're just chilling, walking around, you know, just having a good time or whatever. And it says this serpent comes up. And this serpent is sneaky, is crafty, more crafty than any animal. And when crafty just basically means wise. I don't want to use the word wise because they're not subtle and sneaky and sly. You know, they just kind of, that's what the word crafty means. So this animal comes up, it's a snake, and then he comes up to Eve and says to the woman, did God really say you must not eat from any tree in the garden? So here's Satan. Here's the devil, and he does it to you and he does it to me. He's already beginning to put thoughts of doubt in Eve's mind by questioning who God was. Come on, Eve. Did God really say you can't eat that animal? I mean, eat that fruit right there? Did God really say that? So Eve starts thinking, well, I don't know. Did He really say I can do anything but this one? Then he goes on to say, the woman said to the serpent, we may eat fruit from the trees in the garden, but God did say, you must not eat fruit from the tree that is in the middle of the garden, or you must not touch it, or you will surely die. This thing says, come on. You really think you're going to die if you touch that? You really think God created all of this, and then He said you can have anything in here, but you can't eat that one fruit? Really? You think you're really going to die? And He begins to put doubt in Eve's mind, right? Then we go on. Listen to this. Finally, the woman saw that the fruit of the tree was good food, and it was pleasing to the eye, and it was desirable for gaining wisdom, meaning she thinks she's going to get smarter by eating this. She took some of that fruit and she ate it, and she gave up some to her husband who was with her, and he ate it. And it says the eyes of both of them were opened, and they realized they were naked. Listen to this. Their eyes were already open. They could visibly see, but their eyes were open to good and evil now because they chose to do something God said, do not do. You can have anything in this joint you want. Don't eat that. And they realized they were naked. And I know we got 6th graders, 7th, 8th graders, and mixed coming. But here's the deal. It's kind of funny, kind of weird. They had no clothes on. And it wasn't like embarrassing. You know that dream when you show up at school? You've ever had that dream when you're going to your locker and you ain't got nothing but your drawers on, or you might be naked and you're like, and all of a sudden you were like, oh man, I ain't got no clothes on. It's kind of embarrassing. It's kind of like, hey, what's up? Adam and Eve, when they took a bite of that, they realized finally